अजय सर, आपको मेरी आवाज आ रही है? आप म्यूट निकाल दीजिए सर, म्यूट 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 निकाल
You are
दीजिए।
audible, sir.
यस गजानन सर,
नमस्कार सर.
आवाज येतोय? Clear आहे?
हॅलो.
आवाज मला येतोय, आवाज माझा क्लिअर आहे का आवाज?
सर अप डाऊन होतोय. तुम्ही जसं मुवमेंट करताय तसं ते कमी जास्त होतोय. हॅलो.
तो तुमचा नेटवर्कचा इश्यू दिसतोय.
ओके.
आता आवाज बघा,
क्लिअर
आवाज
आहे सर.
येतोय का?
हा, बिलकुल. आणि क्लिअर आहे आधीपेक्षा.
क्लिअर आहे ना?
येस सर.
ओके ओके, म्हणजे तो एक कट करून टाकूया आपण. काय अडचण नाही. ठीक आहे, सर आले होते, सर पण निघाले अजून. बघू आता बाकीच्यांना इन्फॉर्म केलेत का?
हा, बाकीच्यांना तर सांगितलेलं आहे ना सर.
याने पूर्ण हिंदीत लिहिलेले दिसतं. हा का डॉक्टर हिंदीत देतोय का काय? हा इंग्लिश मध्ये आहे, हिंदीमध्ये फॉर्म आहे, हिंदी हिंदी इंग्लिश मध्ये.
येस सर.
काय झालं? Gajanan sir, आवाज is clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. After 3 minutes, we will start it. Na?
Yes, sir. Hello.
Good evening to all the respected members.
Yes, yes. Good evening. Dr.
Good evening,
Ravi.
sir. Ji, sir.
Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Uh, other respected members request करूंगा कि वो भी आए लाइव करें.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Yes, yes. Good evening. Good evening. How are you?
Sir, I am fine, sir.
Yes, yes, doctor.
Yes, sir.
Yes, 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 yes. Gajanan sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening, Aditya.
Good evening, sir.
Where are you, Aditya, now?
Sir, actually, we are on our Bharat Darshan currently, so I am in Lakshadweep, sir.
Okay, okay. You are in a light sleep. Good, good.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes. Just we are wait for the DGP sir, RK Mishra. Okay, what the problem is that he focus 5 members. RK Mishra is okay. We introduce first.
Uh, Good evening, all the respected members.
Yes, yes.
Myself, Doc.
No.
My,
First, I introduce the panel members. Who is a panel
Okay, sir.
member? One is a senior panel member. Is a RK Mishra sir. He is a ex DGP of Madhya Pradesh and a senior most IPS officers. He will join soon. And Dr. Aditya Sharma is IS now, and his background is a medical background. And third one is Gajanan Warje, director of IDI. And myself,
Good evening.
Professor Gopal Darji, since last 25 years, I am doing this job to giving a mock interview training to students. Okay, just let's start. Dr. Aditya, you start it first.
Okay, sir.
Yes.
So, Ravi,
Good evening, sir.
good evening, Ravi.
Good evening, sir.
So, what have you done? Have you done MBBS or also have you done post graduation after that?
Sir, I have just done MBBS.
Okay, from where?
Sir, I have done my MBBS from King George Medical University, Lucknow.
Okay. So, being a doctor, why did you choose to join the civil services after your MBBS? Don't you think it is a waste of resources that the government has spent?
Definitely, sir. A government expends a lot of money to actually make a doctor. But, sir, actually, I opted for civil services. So, because biology was one of my favorite subjects during the 12th. So, just as any sincere aspirant, sir, I prepared for NEET. But, sir, when I entered into the college, I explored other career opportunities where civil services suited me according to my interest and aptitude because of the wide diversity. Because, sir, I believe health is just a part of our well-being, and apart from this there are various other dimensions to health, such as water and nutrition. So I believe if I be a doctor, I can be a doctor just for my patients, but if I be an administrator, I can be a doctor for the whole society.
Okay. But still, don't you think what is the doctor patient ratio in India, Ravi?
Sir, the doctor patient ratio, as highlighted by 15th Finance Commission, is 1 is to 1500.
Okay. Can you tell me what is
Sir,
the
am I
doctor
audible?
patient ratio? You're audible now, Ravi.
Uh,
Can
Sir,
you tell me the
according
doctor
to
patient ratio? If you
sir,
include the Ayush practitioners as well.
sir, it is actually pretty good, which is 1 is to 834,
Okay.
which is well above the ratio which is prescribed by WHO, which is 1 is to 1000.
So, what do you think? What should be done about the Ayush medication? Should it be inculcated with allopathic? What do you think should be the way forward for that?
So, personally speaking, sir, there are certain good practices in Ayurvedic medicines as well as Ayush. So, for example, we doctors often do prescribe isabgol for constipation. Apart from this, there is various other role of Arjun Chal, turmeric, so which I believe can be used in the modern medicine post proper research and validation. Once we find that there is a strong evidence supporting the utility as well as efficacy, so we can actually use it um, in our modern practice as well, sir.
Okay. So, can you tell me about the maternal mortality rate of UP?
Sir, I'm really sorry. I'll sir read about it. I'm not
Okay.
aware of it as of now.
Is it more than the national average or less?
Sir, it is more than the national average, which is around 97.
So, what do you think are the reasons for that, and how can we tackle this issue?
Sir, high maternal mortality ratio. Sir, the probable reasons include, first is the postpartum hemorrhage. Sir, in that, sir, I believe there is poor availability as well as accessibility, where the proper antenatal registrations are very less frequent. It is mandated around four, which is minimum, but hardly we see the women approaching any institutionalized care. So I believe MMR can be tackled with greater availability, where the government is now working with one district, one medical college, where in each district, around 65 medical colleges have been proposed out of 75 districts of Uttar Pradesh. And apart from this, sir, I believe greater awareness can be uh, created so as to avail those services, because availability and utilization should go hand in hand.
Okay, can you tell me about a scheme in UP that has been done to improve the maternal mortality rate?
Sir, currently I'm unaware, but I'll read more on this, sir.
Okay, do you know about the Lakshya mission?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what is it about?
Sir, Laksh Mission aims to improve the labor room quality, where, but sir, exactly details, sir, I'm not aware of this, but I'll read, sir, about it.
Okay, we have also heard about the cases that are on the rise. So, can you tell me which new strain is being talked about?
So currently, the new strain is JN1 strain, which has been declared as a variant of interest by WHO now.
Okay, so what can be done to prevent the spread like it happened previously?
Sir, in our previous efforts, we lacked proper surveillance. But sir, we boosted up post that. Sir, I believe currently, since it is a variant of interest, but sir, COVID appropriate behavior and social distancing is always a good way ahead to control any sort of emerging new strains.
Okay, do you have any idea about the COVID mortality? What numbers that India had given as per the COVID mortality?
I'm really sorry, sir. I'll read about it.
Okay, WHO, do you know that WHO has said some number, India has said some number? Which number was higher according to you?
Sir, I have limited idea, so I cannot uh, take a
Okay,
comment on this.
okay. Matlab WHO has said a number which was lower, which was higher than India's estimate. So why do you think this discrepancy crept in?
Sir, I'm sorry, sir. I'll read more on this.
Okay, okay, fine. Do you know about the ABHA card that has been started?
Yes, sir. Sir, as a part of National Digital Health Mission, where ABHA identity cards have been issued, where there would be patient details, their medical conditions, which can be recorded, so that a proper chain of information is maintained to improve the patient delivery. Because the proper, due to the lack of absence of any information regarding the diagnosis, sir, a doctor can make an informed decision with respect to the prior treatments that have been taken up by the patients, and where the patient has actually shown himself or herself up to on to which medical facility. So in that way, sir, it will improve the various health indicators. So it's a good step in this regard.
Okay. So can you name some of the diseases that are prevalent in UP that are on the rise?
Sir, there are various diseases prevalent in Uttar Pradesh. Sir, in UP East, there is the prevalence of Japanese encephalitis, where the government is working extremely hard to eradicate it. And in the Bundelkhand region, sir, there is the prevalence of, due to depleting water, groundwater table, so there is the prevalence of waterborne diseases. Apart from this, sir, due to uncontrolled urbanization in the urban areas, so there is the problem of water stagnation leading to frequent outbreaks of vector-borne diseases such as dengue and malaria, which frequently erupts. And sir, apart from this, sir, there are various instances of yellow fever in the Purvanchal region as well.
Okay. So my final question to you would be that do you know about vaccine diplomacy?
Yes, sir. Sir, vaccine diplomacy is a part of India's soft power skill, where India is the new pharmacy of the world. And apart from drugs, we are also a provider of vaccines. And under Operation Maitri, we have provided huge chunks of vaccines to the developing and the underdeveloped countries as a part of its soft power diplomacy, and echoing the spirit of Vasudev Kutumbakam.
Okay. Can you tell me the name of the institute that makes the vaccines in India? Who has been instrumental?
So there are multiple institutes, but if we talk about COVID-19, sir, particularly Bharat Biotech Serum Institute of India. So these are the two which is coming to my mind right now.
Okay. Thank you, Ravi. Now,
Thank
I'll
you, sir.
hand over the interview to the next panelist.
Gajanan sir. Gajanan sir.
Hello,
Okay.
sir.
You connected now.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Good evening, Ravi.
Good evening, sir.
It's nice to see doctors, trying to be in civil services, and particularly during COVID, everyone must have realized the importance of doctors being in the civil services, and the impact that it can make. But tell me, there has been this chronic issue that doctors do not want to go in rural areas. And many doctors, they prefer private practice. So what is your opinion about commercialization of health sector in India, its pros and cons, and what can be done to solve the issues?
Yes, sir. The concern that you are highlighting about the lack of doctors not serving the rural areas is a reality. Sir, the reasons probably include, first of all, sir, is the lack of basic infrastructure. For example,
Mhm.
a person who has done a super specialization is not able to explore his field of specialization in any rural area. So the lack of infrastructure actually restricts any doctor to go to the rural areas. Apart from this, sir, lack of general facilities, because the doctor always tends to go with their family. So in the rural area, there is a dearth of facilities such as educational facility, let's say for their children. Apart from this, uh, sir, I believe the lack of safety for the doctors in the rural areas is one of the reasons. But the government is doing hard to actually improve the availability. For example, in my state, with one district, one medical college, the government is trying to improve the doctor population ratio, where after urban saturation, the doctors would eventually go into the rural areas. And apart from this, there is a provision term for improving the availability with the help of bonds and PMS services, where incentive is given to the doctors. If they serve in the rural areas, they would be given higher marks in their NEET PG. So in this way, sir, the government is working well.
But what about commercialization of health sector? Is it good, bad, pros, cons, and what can be done to solve the issues because of commercialization?
Sir, health is also a service, and if health is commercialized according to the rules and regulations laid down by the government, so then it is justified. But when um, due to unchecked greed, if the commercialization goes unchecked, then sir, it is definitely a cause of concern, because out of pocket expenditure, sir, in India is around 48%, where the global average is just 18%. So sir, I believe it takes a toll on the very poor of our country. So in that way, sir, it's not good. but the government is working in this regard to actually improve the availability of healthcare service to the common people as well.
So what are the advantages of commercialization? I asked again, I'm asking this question third time. Pros and cons, and what is the good and bad about commercialization of health sector?
Sir, the good things about commercialization is that first, it can improve the innovation in the healthcare. Apart from this, sir, it can improve the medical tourism industry, where India is emerging as a good in alternative for the other countries. But sir, but the cons include like increasing healthcare costs for the local population, and when greed takes over, sir, the cause of the social service, because health is primarily a social aspect, social service, and money should come secondary. So I think that can be a cause of concern.
Okay. See, you're from UP. Huh? What are the strengths of Uttar Pradesh compared to other states in terms of economy? Any three strengths on which the Uttar Pradesh can build up in and become more developed compared to other states in next 10 years? What is your opinion about that? Three strengths of Uttar Pradesh.
Sir, the strengths of Uttar Pradesh include first, sir, large population, which gives greater demand. Second, I believe, is diversity in terms of geography as well as in culture. For example, there the government has started one district, one product scheme for various districts, so as to promote the local culture and handicrafts. And so third, I believe, is the greater GDP as well as emerging startup ecosystem. So this way, sir, and the UP has set an ambitious target of becoming a $1 trillion economy by 2027 by leveraging upon its strength. And sir,
So,
one small yes, sir. Sir, UP is also now known as an expressway state due to high number of highways, which is highest in the country now.
So how would it help Uttar Pradesh to become a leading state in next 10 years?
Sir, growing infrastructure acts as a multiplier force, and this way it will provide employment, boost in GDP of the state, and promote greater market connectivity, thereby boosting the exports of the state. So in this way, sir, I believe it would lead to the development of my state.
All right. Have you heard of artificial intelligence?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what is the difference between artificial intelligence and machine learning, or are these two things connected?
Sir, artificial intelligence includes any superhuman intelligence which is performed by any computer or any digital device where it exceeds the common human intelligence. And machine learning is an algorithm where machine itself learns from the various data that are fit into it. So, sir, artificial intelligence is based upon machine learning, I'd say.
Okay. So, see, you are born in 1999. I just saw your DAF. What do you remember? You must have studied. There was a big issue going on around 2000s in the IT sector. Are you aware of that?
Sir, in 1999, sir, there was
2000s.
sir, Asian financial crisis was there.
Okay, but it's an IT
1999.
sector. IT sector. 99 2000.
So there was boom in the IT sector post liberalization.
That's the issue I'm asking. There was one problem, big problem that was discussed. Let me tell you, it's Y2K. Have you heard of Y2K problem? No?
Sorry, sir.
It's
No, sir.
year 2000, because most of the programs back then were using the date format that, see, it's your birth date, month, and 99. So 98, 97, rather than using 1999, they used to use just 99 at the end. And there was a discussion about that, that it could cause havoc in the satellite system as well as commercial systems which are based on the IT programs. But somehow Indian engineers managed it well. Okay. So
Yes, sir.
any development comes up with some disadvantages. Back then, there was a discussion about losing jobs because of the computerization, greater use of computers. So, do you think artificial intelligence, the adoption of artificial intelligence, will also have a same path that the IT sector had in 1990s and 2000s? So, what is your opinion about artificial intelligence in that context?
Sir, personally speaking, sir, just when calculator was invented, it didn't lead to the loss of mathematicians. Sir, in the same way,
Mm,
sir, according to one report that I have come across of World Economic Forum, it has said that
mm,
artificial intelligence will lead to the job loss of 85 million people, but at the
mm,
same time, it would create the jobs for 97 million people. So, sir,
mm,
it is just the transition, but
mm,
it is up to the people who have to
mm,
skill themselves up with reskilling and upskilling so as to like
mm.
hop on to the new opportunities which are opening with the help of artificial intelligence.
Okay. Have you heard of Bhashini?
Yes, sir.
Bhashini software, what does it do?
Sir, it is a platform, AI platform, which is created by a government of India, where it would use
Mm-hmm.
22 languages which are in the 8th schedule, and people would
Mm-hmm.
volunteer themselves, and they would
Mm-hmm.
actually give their input in the terms of text, audios, and which will lead to the simultaneously and real-time translation of various languages which are there in the
Mm-hmm.
8th schedule.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Ravi. Uh,
Thank you, sir.
Good evening, Ravi.
Good evening, sir.
How are you?
Sir, I'm good. Thank you.
But there are a difference between your live stage and your photographs you are giving on a DAP. There is a mirror, and here there is no mirror. What the difference?
Uh, Sir, the glasses that I'm wearing is a concave lens, and actually it is used to look something which is a bit far off. So, but currently, since I'm on a digital screen, sir, I'm able to clearly like see. So
Okay, okay,
that's why
let
I'm
it
not
be.
wearing.
Let it be. Uh, you give the first preference to deputy collector. Now you serve. You have a degree as a MBBS. MBBS is a in a service sectors, giving a good service to the in a health sectors to the people, and it is a great job to build up the nations also. To why you choose administrative service? That's the first questions to you.
So definitely, sir, medical science is a very noble profession. Uh, but sir,
Okay.
and sir, but the reasons for me choosing administration is, sir, firstly, because of the diversity as well as the wide scope which it offers. But sir, apart from this, sir, I believe I can utilize my various subject level knowledge as well as the values that I have learned from the medical profession into the administration.
Okay. But why your height is best, your personality is very good. Now there is no mirror. Why you are not choosing a DSP first as a first preference?
Sir, Sir, because sir, I believe ki sir, while choosing a deputy SP, no doubt, sir, it is also a service in itself. But sir, the role of a deputy SP is largely restricted to maintaining law and order, apart from the various commissionerate system which is now being introduced in Uttar Pradesh. But sir, largely administration, which caters to the large chunk of people, because my action would lead to the changing of the lives of a large chunk of people while being an SDM. So in that way, sir, I kept SDM as the first choice because of the diversity.
Okay. Do you know the profiles for the deputy collectors? Having some knowledge related that post?
Yes, sir.
Tell some things.
So there are multiple roles of a
Mm-hmm.
deputy collector. First is the general administration, where there is routine work apart from implementation of the various social welfare schemes. And second, as a as a revenue role, where it derives its power from the UP Revenue Code, which deals the matter relating to the land records. Apart from this, sir, issuance of general registrations, issuance of gun licenses are some of the parts and functions that an SDM actually serves.
Okay. When you compare all revenue for the UP state, from which sectors UP state get a highest revenue?
Sir, in the revenue receipts, sir, UP receives highest revenue from its own tax sources, sir.
Which sectors?
Sir, I'll have to read more on this, sir.
Okay. Because in your profile, in your DAP, you mentioned that you have a quality of you are become a leader in your school day. Have you a leadership quality?
Yes, sir.
And it is the essential part for the administrative services.
Yes, sir.
How you this quality you use in administrative services? Just giving the example.
Sir, leadership involves
Mhm.
showing the vision to my teammates. Apart from this, sir, leadership also encompasses proper delegation of the works, finding the strength and weaknesses of my team, and effectively delegating my work. And sir, leader is the one who is actually who actually knows the way, goes the way, as well as shows the way. So to sum up, sir, in this way, I believe it is
Okay,
the role of a leader.
you already said that he knows the way. You knows the way. Your qualification is a MBBS, and you want to enter in administrative services for the versatile job. How you utilize your education in a post as a deputy collector?
Sir, my subject knowledge experience, such as, sir, I have studied, uh, sir, the subject of preventive and social medicine, where, sir, I can understand various guidelines, specifically health related guidelines better. Apart from this, sir, I've also studied forensic medicine, where a doctor can act as an expert witness in the resource limited setting. And apart from this, sir, at any crime scene, I can understand the cues better so as to aid in the investigation as well as interrogation, sir. I believe I can adopt a more humane approach towards interrogation because of the study of psychiatry, where instead of custodial torture and other uses of force, I can understand the psychology of any criminal so as to better interrogate them. And
Okay.
apart from this, sir, study of microbiology is also I have studied that, which would help to me to safeguard my team members from the emerging threats which is seen nowadays, sir.
In nowadays UP, we find out the current issue is the Ayodhya issue. Do you think that Ayodhya is the agenda of a BJP or is the agenda of a nation?
Sir, the recent our honorable Supreme Court has directed Sri Ram Janmabhoomi Trust to create that
No,
temple.
no, no. My first
Sir,
question, just I interact with your answer. First question
yes,
is
sir.
simple. It is the agenda of BJP party or it is the agenda of our nation, that is India.
Sir, I believe it is the agenda for our nation.
Nation.
Yes, sir. So because
Okay. Okay, okay, right, right. Let it be, right, right. Do you think that it is the agenda of nation? That's good thing. In our constitutions, one verse we find out secularism. What is the meaning of the secularism?
Sir, secularism is the uh, it is the it is the process in which the state actually uh, keeps itself at a principal distance from the religion. So and it does not actually lead the religion to dominate over itself. So in that way, it is the form of secularism.
Either is related to Hinduism, yeah, others religion.
Sir, Ayodhya, sir, I believe, sir, Lord Ram is not actually related, just restricted to Hinduism, because
Okay, I mean,
he is for
Hinduism
everybody, I
is the
believe.
agenda of nation. You want to focus on this point, no? In your answer.
No, I'm really sorry, sir,
Already you
if
are
I
mentioning that
yes, sir.
okay, Ayodhya is the agenda of the nation. Okay, let it be. It is right as per your opinion. But now you said that in secularism, you already clarified the definition of the secularism, and now you also mentioned that means there is a contrast in your answer. There is no contradictory situation now.
Sir, I'm sorry if I was not, sir, able to clarify myself. Sir, I believe since it is not just because of the religious importance that it is our national issue, development. Sir, I believe it is also includes various cultural aspects. Sir, because development of Ayodhya is any or for that matter, sir, any region is the agenda for any government, improving the law and order of any area. Sir, I believe it will improve greater tourist potential, and it is are part of the culture. In that way, sir, if we give a focus on the development of any region, so I believe that can be one of the step in the national development, sir. But since if such effort and such actually help is restricted just to one religion, sir, then it would be wrong, because, sir, in India we believe in positive secularism. So
Okay, in UP we
yeah,
find out just I continue next questions to you. In UP we find out the love jihad. You know love jihad.
yes, sir.
Please tell something. What is the meaning of the love jihad and what's the act related to love jihad in UP?
Sir, love jihad is not being defined anywhere. Sir, it is perceived as converting. It is a like it is as it is highlighted in the media about how the people get converted because of certain religious affiliations. So, so this is what is the concept of love jihad, sir.
Okay, but Supreme Court giving a directions as a live-in relationship is as per the norms is good. That declaration given by the Supreme Court. Here the state government said that there is a love jihad. What a contradictory situation we found in a DPSP and the Supreme Court.
Sir, live-in relationship, as highlighted by our Honorable Supreme Court, is a new form of evolving relationship. And sir, the love jihad is, though both can be seen as involved, but sir, actually they are a different things altogether. Uh, because sir, live-in relationship only in encompasses outside any relationship which is outside the folds of a marriage. But in love jihad, sir, it is said that a person has to convert itself, himself or herself, to another religion so as to marry somebody. So there is not the element of marriage involved in living relationships.
How many prime ministers UP given a prime minister to India? How many?
Three. Sir, as far as I can recall, I think there are three of them.
Which are they?
So So first is our first Prime Minister, Shri Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru.
Okay.
Second is Srimati Indira Gandhi, and third is Shri Atal Bihari Vajpayee.
Not Rajiv Gandhi,
I'm really sorry, sir. Yes, sir.
not Narendra Modi.
Sir, if we see his constituency, then we
Yeah,
can
of course.
say
Obviously, his constituency is Varanasi.
yes, sir. Yeah. So then 5.
Then
Thank you, sir.
some increase also, no? You are not knowing the exact number.
Yes, sir. I'll also read more on this, sir.
Okay. Let it be. Just to focus on. My last questions to you there. What is your positive approach related to administrative services? Tell me two positive approach.
Sir, can you please clarify?
Your own, huh?
Sir, I didn't understand the question, sir. Can you please like elaborate?
Any one person having positive and negative point in his life approach, we approach positively in administrative and some negatively approach your administrative services.
Sir, my positive approach in the administrative services, sir, would be, sir, my inspiration would be few of the doctors who are doing good, such as Dr. Samit Sharma, and because of its experiences in the
Have you
healthcare
some
and providing,
positive points
sir, about him?
about yourself, some positive points in your life, some positive aspects?
Sir, so few things that I perceive according to my skills is first, sir, I believe I can utilize. Uh, First is the concept of sir health ATMs, where I can actually make sure the availability of them in the railway stations, where which is already actually less financed, where the people can go and they can get their monitoring of blood pressure as well as glucometer, so as to improve the health awareness in the administration. And sir, second is sir, with respect to hospital acquired infections, sir, I believe in administration. I can make sure to frame guidelines to change the bed sheets according to the weekdays, so as to change the frequent bed sheets so as to reduce the hospital acquired infections, sir.
Okay, what's the difference between the Hollywood and Bollywood?
Sir, Bollywood is the film industry in India, which is largely centered around in Mumbai and perceived as a North Indian belt. And Hollywood, sir, encompasses movies in the specific region and territory uh, of so United States.
Okay, and you have a hobby to sing in Bollywood songs, singing a song.
Yes, sir.
Um, give some example. Are you ready
Sir,
to
I
sing?
like. Sir, I'm a bit shy to sing, but I'll
Now
sir,
that means you are a bathroom singer.
so sometimes, so most of the times, bathroom singer, but yes, sir, occasionally I also like take part in the stage performance as well.
Okay, let it be. Just we are discussing. Our respected panels, Aditya,
Yes, sir.
have you some
So,
ideas? Please mention.
yes, sir. So, Ravi,
Yes, sir.
so overall, your interview has been fine. You have been really calm. You have been patient. You have been able to understand most of the questions. I'll just say one thing that, first of all, your answer to why civil services after MBBS. So, if you can bake into a story into that, for example, what I used to say was that during the COVID pandemic, I saw doctors working very closely with the administrators, and at times there were some lapses between the two. So, doctor turned administration can be really great, and especially since a COVID wave is coming, you can really build upon this. Secondly, apart from only the diversity angle, you can also say a bit about the dynamic aspect that the services can provide as well. Also, you must really know the IMR and MMR of your respective state as well as India, and what are the differences between the two, because this can be one of the first questions that they ask you. Apart from that, whenever somebody asks you a doctor patient relationship or the doctor patient ratio, first of all, always say the Ayush wala number, which is 1 is to
Okay.
834, because they always want to see that you give Ayush a high priority vis-a-vis your allopathic medication also, because that way they know that you are not only just thinking about the allopathic, because you said 1 is to 1500, so I would have said 1 is to 843 or whatever the number is, so that they know that you have an inclination towards the mixing of both the sciences together. Okay, apart from that, I think you can also know about the COVID mortality, because this question is repeatedly asked, that WHO has said some number, India has said some number, and why there was some discrepancy between the two. So you should come up with a diplomatic answer for that as to why India has said this number and why WHO has said that. Apart from that, I think you are well aware about the Lakshya mission also, and about the Ayush medications also, and how you can link between the two, and the Abha card as well. So I think overall it was a good interview.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Gajanan sir.
Ravi, overall good interview. I would say you are, as Aditya said, I would repeat the same things. But some feedback, specific points on which you need to improve on. One, that when someone is asking very lengthy question, okay, you may ask again, okay, sir, I could not follow. Can you please repeat? I deliberately asked one lengthy question about commercialization of health, and in between, I talked about doctors going to rural areas, its pros and cons, and what can be done. Because there are multiple dimensions within one question. Okay, so
Yes, sir.
you should ask if you could not follow. All right, and once you ask it twice, you ask, answer each part of the question. See, in mails we do the same way. Okay, so the interviewer will expect at least 2 points, 3 points on each aspect of that, and some concluding remark from your end, which will close the answer. So what will be the way forward, or what can be done? Because that was specifically asked. One. Second, see, if the interviewer is giving you some context to you, with respect to, say, artificial intelligence, I deliberately asked you about Y2K and all. It has no meaning as such with respect to AI. But the underlying theme was that there are problems that would arise in every decade, or at least 15 years or 20 years of the development of a technology. Okay, but there are solutions for that. Okay, so grasp the underlying message, and if possible, use the given context in your answer. Somewhere you should use that would be preferable. It's not mandatory, but if you can do, it's better. Then you said, personally speaking, when I asked about a question about artificial intelligence, don't use a personally speaking and all. Okay, just straight come to the answer. Okay, it's a formal interview, and
Okay,
I did
sir.
not ask your. So be careful about that words. And
Okay,
then when
sir.
I ask about, say, doctors in rural areas, lack of infrastructure, this is very vague and lame answer. You being a doctor, okay, it's very, you should appear that you're talking from your own experiences or experiences of your colleagues. Why don't they go? Your answers were apt. I'm not saying that, okay, but avoid this lack of infrastructure. But what specific infrastructure? Come straight to the point. That, okay, lack of good education facilities, lack of better residence. Then you talked about the problem of safety. All right. So those
Yes, sir.
could be addressed, but be specific and come direct to the point. All right.
Okay,
So
sir.
work on that, because the doctors not going in rural areas. Anyways, doctors, they be themselves being a human beings, and as you mentioned, it's a service. So they are a service provider. So they also have their own personal lives, their own ambitions, own growth prospects. Okay. So how
Yes, sir.
both can be managed, and you can mention about telemedicine, that which can be useful right now. Ayushman Bharat HWCs are there. They are doing cancer screening. They are doing diabetes screening. You can mention about it. See, the interview, the unique points, if you can specify, Okay, and within a given time, say 30 seconds or 1 minute, if you're talking, and within that, if you can show that spark, okay, you are solution oriented person.
Yes, sir.
That can help. All right, rest, good interview, you are doing good, just need to tweak a little bit. All right, thank you, sir. Gopal sir, Darji sir.
Yes, yes. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Dr. Ravi,
Yes,
your
sir.
approach is very good. There is no doubt. But you always remember that 1 marks give the credibility in a rank, or you maybe fall down in a second stage or third stage, whatever. So interview is not an ordinary part. Interview is a boosting part for our career. How we approach the interview? First is there are already I make 4 parts. One is the psychology. Second is your DAP. DAP means your profile. You know, in UPSC we said the detailed application form. Third one is the current situations in a nation's states and world. Sums that headlines of the newspapers. And fourth is the decision making and problem solving. You focus these 4 aspects, that means you will get a credibility in the interview. That panel will observe you because already you pass main examinations. That is, you have already a merit. There is no doubt. You have a knowledge. There is no doubt. Now they want to observe you. What's your decision and how you solve within a period. That is a decision making and problem solving. That's a part of the mock interview. You always remember that things. Now, some factual questions should be asked repeatedly in a state service examination. So, I ask one factual question: how many prime ministers through the UP, Uttar Pradesh like this? So some repetitions of the factual questions may be asked. Some situation questions will be asked. But the key point of interview that your first questions answer having some key points. Suppose I am Dr. Ravi. I completed my MBBS through this university, and I have some hobbies and things. The panel should be asked the questions related hobby, related your qualification, related from your native place. That's the key points. You always put your key point in a questions answer. That means the ball in your court, not in a panel court. This is the simple strategy to face the interview. Always good. You have prepared for UP state some factual questions data. You collect some factual data. Then okay. That's my opinion. Very good. Very good. Not good. Very good.
Okay, sir. Sir, I
Respect.
believe,
Yeah. Tell me.
sir, in few of the controversial questions, sir, I didn't find myself like very like comfortable. I didn't know what I was speaking. Maybe I was going wrong somewhere. I had
Ravi,
limited
you are
idea.
good.
And sir, in last question, sir, specifically, sir, actually, I couldn't understand the context, sir, and I asked you twice to clarify. But sir, still then, sir, exactly what you meant to ask, sir, I actually I couldn't understand. But still, sir, what should be approach in that? Should I like go ahead or should I say, because in that
Yeah,
question,
yeah,
sir,
yeah.
sorry was also
Yes,
not an option.
I will tell you. First, that I want to see your controversy situation. I will make a controversy situation because I know that you directly say that Ayodhya is a nation issue. Ayodhya is not a nation issue. That is our religious issue, sir. Our religious, Hindu religious issue. And God Ram to for all. But Hindu religious give the credibility to Ram, God Ram, Rama. So you focus nation, that's a controversy.
Okay.
Because your answer should be related to Indian constitution, not your own, not your religious, not the political movement. You focus positively approach through the only Indian constitution. What the Indian constitution say? So I focus on secularism. Because in secularism in our Indian constitution, you break the secularism principle of Indian constitution, so there is a contrast.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Second one, suppose you don't understand, suppose any panel asks a question because they have the aged persons and their word communications, the gap of communication, their little bits of voice sometimes. You repeat, sir. Sir, pardon, please. I couldn't understood it. I cannot understand. Please tell me, sir. You request them.
Okay, sir.
But your presentation is very good, Ravi. But sometimes
Okay.
you caught in the net.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
And so,
Gajanan sir and Dr. Tell me some. You were curious.
so one question from Aditya sir. I wanted to
Aditya
ask.
sir. Aditya sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, ask
Sir,
question.
Yes,
sir,
Ravi.
sir, actually, I have a doubt with
Hmm.
respect to sir my why civil services after being a doctor. So should I like do you find sir that some things were unnecessary in this answer? Like sir, I started from 12th, so because I wanted to add some personal touch because sir my answer is getting too long and sir nobody is actually getting satisfied. Like why a doctor is coming to the civil services, sir. Sir, this is the answer that I have like refined like multiple times, but still, sir, I'm not able to get the best answer out of this.
Yes, I can understand because I was having the same issue. But first of all, you should not say the biology thing, है ना? Because biology में interest था, now you're coming to administration, तो वो थोड़ा सा ऐसे contradictive लगता है ना कि आपको वो पसंद था तो आप वही करो. तो you can just say कि हाँ मेरा पहले से मन था कुछ करने का, एजेंडा था मेरा ऐसे लाइफ में सर्विस का, तो मेरे को और एवेन्यूज का पता नहीं था, सो मैंने तब अपना मेडिकल प्रोफेशन चूज किया. फिर यहाँ पे आके मेरे को बहुत अच्छा भी लगा मेडिकल प्रोफेशन. बट जैसे मैं तो पर्सनली यही करता था कि कोविड के टाइम पे मैंने देखा कि एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन और डॉक्टर्स के बीच में काफी क्लोज नेटवर्क हो गया था. मैं पर्सनली इंटरेक्शन भी हुआ था. और आप इसमें एक कोई आईएएस जो कि डॉक्टर है उनका एग्जाम्पल डाल सकते हो कि उन्होंने जैसे काफी अच्छा काम किया है ना? और फिर उनका भी मैंने एग्जाम्पल देखा, मैं और इंस्पायर हुआ. तो तब मैंने कोविड के टाइम पे ये देखा कि अगर एक डॉक्टर ही एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर हो तो काफी ऐसे इश्यूज को प्रिवेंट किया जा सकता है. एंड अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट वो वाला पॉइंट आपका अच्छा था जो आपने बोला था कि जो मैं न्यूट्रिशन और वाटर सिक्योरिटी इन सब केसेस में भी हम लोग काम कर सकते हैं. सो ये वाला पॉइंट मेरा रहता था. और मैं एंड करता था कि अल्टीमेटली आई थिंक इट इज अ वेरी ब्रॉड डाइवर्स एंड डायनामिक अपॉर्चुनिटी टू सर्व द नेशन, इसलिए मैं इसमें आ रहा हूँ. तो आप वो बायोलॉजी वाला पार्ट हटा दो, इसमें आप कोविड वाला पार्ट ऐड कर दो, किसी एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर का आप एग्जाम्पल डाल दो. एंड अल्टीमेटली बस ब्रॉड डाइवर्स एंड डायनामिक ये 3 टर्म्स आप ऐड कर दो. आई थिंक ये काफी बेटर हो सकता है. मैंने काफी जगह से काफी लोगों से बात करके अल्टीमेटली इस आंसर पे आया था, क्योंकि ये मेरे को सीनियर्स ने भी बोला था ये एक लौता क्वेश्चन है, अगर आपका इस क्वेश्चन में फंस गया देन आई थिंक इट कैन बी वेरी ट्रबलसम, क्योंकि इस क्वेश्चन पे कई बार 20-25 मिनट्स हो जाते हैं. सो जस्ट
Yes.
ट्राई
हाँ
टू
जी,
कीप इट
yes,
विद
sir.
इन 5 to 6 लाइंस एंड फिनिश इट ऑफ. इसको हम ज्यादा एक्सटेंड भी नहीं करना चाहते. अल्टीमेटली मेरे को थोड़ा सा कैप्चर करा था इसमें कि मैंने डायनामिक बोला था, तो वो कह रहे थे डायनामिक क्या होता है, मेडिकल भी डायनामिक होता है, आर्मी भी डायनामिक होती है, तो आप वो क्यों नहीं ज्वाइन कर लेते. तो यू शुड बी रेडी फॉर सच काउंटर क्वेश्चंस, ये आ जाते हैं कभी कभी.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
नो वरीज.
Thank you, Aditya sir.
थैंक यू सो मच सर.
And Gajanan sir, thank you.
Welcome, sir.
And Ravi, best wishes from respective panel to you. Huh?
ऑल द बेस्ट
Thank
रवि.
you.
All the best.
Thank you.
Ravi.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much,
Okay.
sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
I come complete. Huh?
Thank you, sir. Pranam,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Thank you.
Pranam, pranam. That's good. Okay, चलो. ठीक है sir. Gajan sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir. I will leave the meeting now.
Yes.